sisters, welcome back to my channel. You know, I'm always coming to you with those relatable topics. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, tell a friend to tell a friend, okay sis? And let's get right into the video. Okay, so let's get right into it. Nowadays, you have a lot of situations where people are dating, couples are dating, getting to know each other. But you know, for some reason, us ladies, some of us, have a hard time reading the red flags. It's almost as if we're in denial about a couple things, mainly about him wanting to be with you or wanting to be in your life. If your man, okay, is giving you hell, it's for a reason, all right? Don't you ever beg your man to stay or love you. Obviously, okay, he is behaving that way for a reason, and you're not of any value to him because he's not scared of losing you. If a man is scared of losing you, he will do whatever it takes to keep you. And if you find yourself in this space where you're constantly worried about him leaving, or you're constantly worried about the relationship going down the drain, whatever it is, situationship, then clearly he's not wanting to stay. Now, I need to take my time with this because I don't want to offend anybody. This is a sensitive topic. Of course it is. So just bear with me, guys. I'm going to try to take it very slow during this video and not to offend anyone at all because that is not my intention. My intention is to uplift you guys, to encourage you to make better decisions in love. Okay? So let's go to the basics. True love is something that you don't have to compete for, right? And listen, what's meant to be will be. You don't have to lie, scheme, manipulate, none of that to get a man's heart, okay? What's yours, if he's yours, will be yours. It's just that simple. Never mistaken, okay? A man knows what he wants when he just meets you. Right off the bat. He knows what he wants with you, okay? There's no such thing as love with no action behind it, sis. Think about it. If you want something to grow, you have to water it, right? In order to meet the right man, you have to put yourself out there, right? Well, it's the same thing. If he wants you, he will put in the effort. You don't have to beg him. You don't have to beg him to stay. You won't have to find yourself in these awkward situations where every time there's an argument is like he gets distant, right? And then you're wondering to yourself like, oh my god, like what is he out there doing? Is he ever gonna come home? Am I ever gonna hear from him again? Sis, it's all a mechanism to get away from you. And I really and truly want you to realize, like, if he's picking arguments with you on purpose, maybe you won't realize it until after. But if he's doing that, if he's trying to find reasons to stay away, if he's not coming home, if he has every excuse in the book why he's not stepping up to the plate for you, girl, he wants to go. He wants to go. Because a man knows what you are to him, okay? He knows if he wants to invest in you or not. He knows if you complete him or not. And if he keeps lying, cheating, manipulating, running from you and the situation that you have with him, then he wants out, sis. I don't know how else to say it without hurting your feelings. I'm being as plain and simple as I can. It's time for you to just smell the coffee and realize, like, there's no reason for you to be wondering what's going on. If he wants you, you'll know. Okay? Love is not complicated. Love is not hard. I just believe that some of us make it hard because we overthink things and we feel like that we're proving ourselves by hanging in there and being a ride or die. No, sis, no. No. There's a way to be a ride or die, and ride or die does not mean be his fool. It doesn't. Because if you have to constantly track this man down, okay, if you have to constantly ask yourself, does he love me? Am I really, like, is this a relationship? Then, girl, it's time to admit to yourself, like, he doesn't want to be with you. He doesn't. It's just like, you know what? These men are not that crazy. I'm sorry. These men are not that crazy. They're not. They act crazy, but they're not that crazy. And to the simple fact that you keep having to repeat yourself, you keep having to spill your heart out, you keep having to have the same petty arguments, you keep having to ask for the same standards and expectations from this man, means that it's going through one ear and out the other. Okay? Because if he's truly paying attention to you, then he'll know exactly what to do to get it right. You don't have to keep asking him, keep telling him what to do. All right, sis? Absolutely not. These men are not crazy. They just choose to drive you crazy, and you let him drive you crazy because you're in denial. You're being delusional. You're in this situation by yourself, sis. By yourself. Clearly. And you need to stop hurting yourself. It's time to stop hurting yourself. It's time to pay attention to the red flags, sis. Because if he wants you, okay, it'll show naturally. Like I said before, you won't have to be guessing if he cares about you, if he is gonna do right by you. You won't have to question if your bond is gonna be actually genuine or if it's gonna go somewhere. You will know automatically. Okay, you will know because he'll do right by you without you having to beg him to do so. All right, girl? It's just that simple. They're not babies. You don't have to instruct them and tell them, okay, I need you to buy me flowers. I need you to come home. I need you to tell me you love me. No, that's not how it works. You don't beg a man to stay or love you. Don't you ever. Let him go. Because like I said before, if he truly valued you, then he would be scared of losing you. And that means that he would get his act together real quick. Real quick, sis. Real quick, okay? Pay attention to his behavior because it'll let you know, okay, that while you're busy making him a priority and choosing him, his behavior is showing you that he's not choosing you. Okay? Let me reiterate that to you. Pay attention to his behaviors. Because while you're busy making him your number one priority, okay, his behavior is showing you that he's not willing to make you his priority. You're not his choice. He didn't choose you. Which clearly means other things, but we're not going to get into that in this video, okay? A man's behavior will let you know all that you need to know. So why continue to sit there and guess and hurt yourself by putting up with his demeaning behavior? Why continue to drive yourself crazy over somebody that deliberately wants you to go crazy? I mean, it's not a laughing matter. And by no means necessary am I here to drag our men, okay? These men are kings out here. I truly believe that. They are wise. They are wise and they know what they're doing, okay? Men are hunters. You have to think of them as hunters. They know exactly what they want out of life and where they're headed. All right? There's no means to ever second guess a man's behavior or his attitude. Because regardless of his background, regardless of his upbringing, he knows what he's doing. He's a natural hunter. It's just in him. It's in him. And we women have to give these men enough credit that they know exactly what they're doing. So he want to show you his true colors. Accept it and move on. Accept it and move on, because guess what? Half the time, you see a lot of situations like this, and as soon as you let go, you see him off with somebody else, happy with somebody else, and doing all the things you were begging him to do for that somebody else that he moved on with after you. Now that's something to keep into consideration, which clearly means that he wasn't willing to do it for you because he didn't choose you. He didn't want you. That's just the harsh truth about it. That's the harsh truth. Why is it that we allow ourselves to sit in situations and guess and waste our times? Maybe because we're a hopeless romantic. Maybe because we just figure, only time will tell where the relationship is going, if there will ever be a relationship. But sometimes you just have to be honest with yourself, sis. Okay? That's what you have to do. Know your worth. Okay? And him acting up is him choosing. That's the simple way to look at it. Him acting up on you is him choosing. That's enough for you right there. All you have to do is look at his actions. Look at the way he talks to you. Look at the way he deals with you. Look at the whole lineup from the day you met him until now of how his behavior has been out of control. And you just find yourself on this roller coaster with him. And he can't get it right. Girl, it's because he don't want to get it right for you. And that's okay. Because guess what? Like I said in the beginning, if he's for you, he'll be for you. And if he's not, he's not. There's somebody else out there waiting to do right for you the first time. To do right by you the first time. There will be no guessing. There will be no ifing. There will be no petty arguments. There will be no roller coaster, honey. None. Because he is going to want to sweep you off your feet. And I'm not just telling you that to give you a fairy tale. I'm telling you the truth. Okay, girl? He will get it together if he is the one for you. You will never, ever have to beg him. And that's what I really wanted to let you guys know here. Don't you ever lower your standards and beg a man to stay in your life or to get his act right. Know your worth, sis. Until next time, thank you for watching. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. Go in the description box and check out my agency. If you don't know who I am, my name is Coach Sweetie. I'm a relationship wellness coach, and I just launched my agency. So far, so good. I can't complain. I've met a lot of different couples, and they're quite interesting. It's nice to see that I'm able to help after all that, we all go through an experience. I would love to give my passion of helping, and this is what I've chosen to do, and it just feels right. It feels right. I'm finally in my purpose. I love what I do. If you guys want more of a background on me, just check me out on my Instagram and my Facebook page. Speaking of Facebook page, if you have ever been in a toxic relationship or have dealt with intimate partner violence, domestic violence, physical, mental abuse, verbal abuse, anything of that nature, I have a Facebook group where I do a lot of encouraging, spiritual uplifting, mental health, all of that in that group. Go check it out. Go become a member. It's free and you'll love it. It'll motivate you every day and encourage you. And as I said, thanks for watching, guys. Please remember to tell a friend about my channel. Until next time, peace.